Monica, before I came into the lowrider community, it was all new to me. So I've kind of learned influencers on the way. Um, as of late, I've been introduced to more lady lowriders. Those are my influencers. All the women out there. Before I had a car, those are the ones I'd be like, I'm going to be like you someday. I'm going to have a car. I'm going to roll in my car. You're going to see me around town. So I'm just going to have to throw it out there and say all the lady lowriders are my influencers. I wanted to go to that, but we had a camping trip planned, so I couldn't make it, but I was so bummed. I will, but you know what? Watch out, because I might be having one of my own. So stay tuned. I want to bring the culture of the women to the forefront, and sometimes you got to do big things yourself to make those things happen. So watch out, guys. So that's the yes. I am from Associated Car Club. I'm the newest member, the only female. But yeah, the first lady in Associated. Yeah, so I'm very proud. It wasn't something that was given to me. I had to earn it. I had to put in work. I've had to go to car shows. I got to be an example to all the other, lady lowriders and other lowriders out there. So, yeah, I'm a part of Associated, and that club is my family.
Now, being a part of the lowrider community entitles many hats: car owners, spectators, car promoters, and the lovely models. Because face it, without them, the men wouldn't show up. Ha, ha, ha. Now, last but not least, photographers. They're also a piece of the puzzle in the lowrider community. Without them, the world wouldn't have memories to see, or the future generations to enjoy, and older generations to cherish. With that being said, what do you do in the lowrider community?
Well, in the lowrider community, we are about community in general, and I mean your kids, our parents, our loved ones. Our car club in particular, we're all about that. And if you know Associated, then you know that that's what we're about. If you hit us up because you want us to roll out with you guys and support your cause, we're going to be there because that's what we do. And I know that's true with a lot of other car clubs. You just got to reach out, and we're there for you.
Just be chillin' with my feet up on the table. Hey yo, they ain't able to face me, to stop me or break me down. I be staying active and putting it down for the brown. They can't take my crown, cause we holding it down with the original G-Funk style and sound. Oceanside is the town, the city with no pity, with palm trees all around. Cruising down the Strand 9 deep. The sun comes down, we still creep while you sleep, so you see.
I do. I have a daughter. Some of our kids are really into this and they love it, and they're right there by our side. My daughter is slowly starting to appreciate it, and that's where, yes, and that's true, right? And I'm not trying to, because to each their own. Some kids just they naturally love it, even though they were raised with it, and their parents and their grandparents, and it's part of who they are and they love it. But some, even with that, don't. And that's okay. But she's starting to learn the appreciation for it. And me as a mom try to teach her the history of it, and how it is part of her Chicana culture and the Latina culture and the Orange County culture, and, to embrace it. It's our history, to be proud of it, especially that her mom's doing it, because she doesn't know how cool I am, I guess. I don't want to toot my own horn, but, I'm the cool mom. When she has friends come over, they want to go for a ride in the bomb. They are the ones like, your mom is so cool, your mom has a cool car. But kids, they're just like, she's all right. But that's what I want to teach her. I want to at least put this out there for her so she knows the positive. Because sometimes there's a lot of negative that gets associated with this. And I want to make sure she knows that this is a positive environment full of love and family. And it's about family. That's right. That's right.
You've been doing it for, you said earlier in the other video, 20-something years. Right?
Yep.
So
Yep.
If you're a part of this culture, obviously, it's not all bad, right?
That's right.
You're a good person, you're a good mom.
Absolutely.
So that right in itself is an example.
Exactly.
And probably right now, because she's too little, she won't understand. But then in the near
Right.
When we're young, we don't listen.
Right.
We don't appreciate. And like now, I can appreciate just living.
Right.
Just
Exactly.
living. Like that alone is, a blessing.
Right.
So yeah, I think she'll in the future she'll realize that she'll be like, damn dude, like my mom was awesome.
Yeah.
But then at that point, she'll already be an awesome person, and you'll be like, damn dude, I did my job.
Yeah, that's all any mom wants to do. And the other thing, despite that I can say confidently that I am an independent, successful woman, and I remember where I came from.
Yeah.
And that to me is very important for her, is to remember where you came from. And I came from, I grew up in Santa Ana. I was off of Bristol and Bishop, right there. Again, in the 90s when streets were hot, it was a different time, but I don't forget where I came from. So we can have it all, but I'm always going to remember where my roots are, and I want her to know that too.
That's awesome. Now, what cars do you have, or if you could get a car, what would you get?
So my first car was a Monte Carlo, 85, I believe. And it was fun to have a G-body. It was a good starter car, but after having it for a little bit, I knew I wanted a classic. So honestly, this is my dream car. She's my 51 Chevy Deluxe. I haven't named her yet. I'm thinking about, what to name her. But this is my dream car. I've always wanted a bomb. It feels badass being in a bomb. What I'm going to do is just make her my own. You see her now. She hasn't had much done, but, she's going to get airbags. She's going to get some pinstriping. She's going to get maybe a siren. There's going to be all kinds of stuff where this car is going to be my dream car. It already is. It never stops. There's always something to do and something you want to add, but it's great. This is what I'm going to invest time in because it makes me happy. So
That is true. So what are some do's and don'ts if you'd like to share, if any?
in the lowrider scene, I would just say don't hate. Everybody's welcome. I feel like have pride in your ride, no matter what you drive. Like, if it's, if it doesn't have a paint job, it needs a lot of work, it has dents, it's got rust, who cares, Come out and have a good time. I know there's a lot of car clubs where, you got to be car's got to be pristine and perfect, and that's cool too. That's awesome, and I love seeing those cars, and I can appreciate that as like, hey, that's goals. But I just think, this is such a culture that should welcome everybody, and I think that's a huge thing. Is
Have to start somewhere.
we do, and we don't all have thousands of dollars to put towards something amazing. And me, like I know people put up that whole, built not bought. I can't do that. I could do little things, and I know there's a lot of pride in starting from the ground up, but some of us can do it this way, and that's okay too. So anything's okay. I just think we should just love and embrace everyone in every color, just everybody, women, everybody, and that's basically what I would say as a do and a don't. Just love everybody.
Do positive things and don't be a hater.
Exactly. Well said.
Ride,
Yeah.
take it where the fuck you want to go to, and hang out with whoever the fuck you want to hang out with.
Yeah.
And basically, like, don't be caught up into the political shit.
Exactly. And another thing is respect the culture. I think that's a huge thing. Within the last year, we've seen a lot of things happen in the lowrider car shows that aren't representing us very well. And if you're gonna come, come, but respect the culture. We have kids, we have families. Remember that. So I think that's a huge thing. Personally, as a mom, and who wants to be able to bring her kids and not have to worry, is let's just respect the culture.
Yeah.
But you're all welcome. Yeah.
Thank you. Now, here's a little fun fact. According to Wikipedia, lowrider culture began in Los Angeles in the mid to late 1940s and to the post-war prosperity of the 1950s. What do you think about that?
I love that. I think that's why I like the 51, and that it's almost so close to the 40s, because it feels like that's where it started, so, and I love the vintage look of cars, so I love that fact. I think that's so cool, and the fact that I know that it's had its ups and downs, it's big in the scene, and then it kind of dies out and it comes back big, and right now it seems like it's really big. But I love that. I love that it's been around and it's part of our history. I love history, so
Talking about vintage,
So that was the other thing, you know. In high school, I was considered one of the rebels. So I had the Harley Davidson boots. I wore, you know, vintage clothes. You know, I would go to Santa Fe Springs swap meet and buy, you know, mixed CDs of 80s flashbacks, and you know. So again, I love that style, and I love 50s fashion, 40s fashion. So before this scene, I was very much immersed in the rockabilly scene. So again, I love the fashion. I love all that. So yeah.
Now, talking about that, did you ever go to the Moon Nights?
I never did.
Girl.
I know.
The first time I went, I very much appreciate those women that can get ready, and the men too.
Oh yeah.
Because the men have to be all cut pretty.
Right. Exactly.
And the women, they have their updos. I mean, your hairdresser, right? So
Yeah.
you know how much time it takes to do hair.
I do. Yep.
Dude, I see so many beautiful women, and I'm pretty sad because not last year, but the year before. So I went, I think, 3 years ago, and it was at the Irwindale Speedway show.
Yeah.
Super big, super venue, like freaking huge, right? And then the year after, which was not last year, but the next year, then they had it at a smaller venue.
Oh no.
Insane. Like, we're used to our big open space, you know?
Yeah.
All these vendors and so much room to bring your cars, and because it was less cars.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah.
I've always wanted to go to that. But I went to Viva Las Vegas
Ooh,
every
that was
year.
fun.
It's a blast, and that car show is. You know, it's funny because I love that car show, but I love these car shows more, which is kind of funny. And I think because they're exclusive. Well, there's a different vibe, but they're all, I think, pre-65. You can't have anything newer than that. So everything looked like my car. But you know, when you go to car shows and you see cars hopping and, you know, rolling on three wheels, it's like, that's cool. You know, it's kind of fun to switch it up. So, but yeah, I was familiar with the car culture, but I never did do that. But yeah, it was always a good time.
Now, you're obviously a lady rider. What has been something you've learned or enjoyed being a female in a male-dominated community?
Oh man. That we can hold our own, basically. That just being a woman doesn't make you any less. You can put in the work too. You can have that mechanical skill. There's some women who do. There are women I met that own multiple cars, just like other men do.
They own their own shops too.
Yeah, and it's so inspiring.
Georgia, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know if I've met her yet,
I
but.
think it's Georgia. She's a model.
Mhm.
She's in Canada, and she has her own body shop. And I think Candy and Chrome has her own parts. I think she sells her own
That's
parts.
so cool. See, that's what I'm talking about. You know, and I think, man, you're gonna see more of us. I think that women we didn't think we could do this. We felt like it was a male-dominated culture. Like maybe we would be teased or frowned upon, or that they would think that was your car, man. You know, that even now I'll be driving my car and, oh, is that your man's car? It's like, no, it's my car. Women can do this. So yeah, I think that's the big takeaway from this is we can hold our own in this scene.
Another fun fact. According to Wikipedia, between the 1960s and 1975, customizers adapted and refined GMX ring, hydraulics, and airbrushing techniques to create the modern lowrider style. It became poppin' in the late to 1970s on Whittier Boulevard. What do you think about that?
I love that. I love that the 70s, you know, those are Boulevard nights. And that's, you know, you see that movie and you think that would have been the time to lowride. Like, it was a different time, and you know, I love that it still has its like, it left its impression for today. People see cars from those eras and think, I want to recreate that for my car. I want that pinstriping, I want that mural, I want, you know, that my interior to look just like that, you know. And I think that's great. I love that era in particular, and I love that it made its comeback. And Whittier Boulevard is still, you know, to this day, as we all know, still absolutely. I mean, to get your car taken underneath that arch, picture taken, is, I mean, that's the money shot right there. You know, that's the part that everybody wants to do. So.
And I'm rocking my associated snapback, taking a dip in my Chevy with pleasure. It's a beautiful day, cause Cali got the best weather. I'm a son of a gun, you know that's right, baby. What up? I pulled up slow. Let me clear something up, it's Mr. Bade One. I ain't never been a phony, but I've been known for kicking it with them fine tenderonis and ripping up the mic, cause I'm smooth and I'm nice. And I grew up on the block, heritage and Fireside, Oceanside City, North County, San Diego. I gotta say what's good to every city down in Dago. Posted up, chilling like a villain.
In a relationship, with the president of Associated, Mad Dog. I met Mad Dog at Modelo Monday. As some of you may know, B kind of started that, so she's the match. she was the one who kind of brought me into this scene. I walked up there and didn't know anybody, and I reached out to her, and she so generously, said, "Come back. Bring your daughter. It's family friendly." And I did, and Mad Dog was there, and eventually, hey, this is where we are now. But I want to throw this out there. I am not in the car club because I'm Mad Dog's lady. And I think that was something that he wanted to make sure that we all knew, is that you got to put in work like the rest. I said this before. Associated wants people that are going to represent well. So I had to show them that. Getting right, no drama and friendly. And I mean, if you come to Modelo Monday, I'm going to go say hi to you. I mean, I make my rounds. Sometimes I miss people because I'm over here and over there. So if I ever have, come up to me. I'm super friendly and I love meeting new people. That's getting off topic, but yes, I had to. So that's not how I got into Associate. That's the bottom line. But yeah, he is also obviously he's in the lowrider scene. He has the 64 Impala, beautiful car. The interesting thing, and he likes that I'm in it. The only thing is I'm new in this, so I want to go everywhere. Where he's had years of this, and he's a little more like chill about it. So I believe it's great when you have a significant other that supports you in this scene. I think that it's important. I love seeing couples low ride together. I love seeing women supporting their man if they don't have the car and they're rolling out too. So I mean, I think that's a recipe for a successful relationship, and I think it's a great thing. I think it's a great thing. I want to shout out my daughter, Harley. She is my heart and my soul, and I love her. And you'll be seeing more of her out. She just got a lowrider bike, so she's super stoked on that. But shout out to my baby girl. And then I want to shout out to my handsome man, Mad Dog. Yeah. I just want to thank you for being so awesome. It's been the greatest joy of my life to get to know you and to love you. And, I can't wait to see what the future holds.
Waiting and I just be chilling with my feet up on the table. Hey yo, they ain't able to face me, to stop me or break me down. I be staying active and putting it down for the brown. They can't take my crown cause we holding it down with the original G-Funk style and sound. Oceanside is the town, the city with no pity, with palm trees all around. Cruising down the Strand 9 deep, the sun comes down, we still creep while you sleep. So you see, EOS on mines, 1322 associated when I ride. Slide and glide down the coast, the west to be exact, California, now you know.
Associated, just can't be faded. Rolling some G, cruising slow. No screws, rolled up straight clowning. Three-wheeling, bouncing down. Got funk in the trunk, it's EOS crew. I can make it bounce if you want me to. Associated black.
My regular one, which is what is it? Monica Castañeda 79 on Instagram, and then I have my hair one, Monica Salon 26. But you could follow me on both. But if you want to see all the lowrider stuff, obviously it's the first one.